Hey, what's up guys, it's your boy Kemi back again with another video. Today's video is talking about The Division. Just before I start this video, it's a bit of a rant and review of the game, and I just want to say I think this game is great. Possibly even one of the best games that I've played in a very long time. Definitely the best game to come out anytime recently. I've had a lot of fun playing it, and I think the game is overall good, but there is a few problems with the game. It's not a 10 out of 10. You can't expect a 10 out of 10 from any game, but a few of the problems, we'll start off first with the good things. Like, the map is good, like it's a good size, great detail, very beautiful map. I like the weather cycle on it and everything like that. I do believe that the map was going to be bigger before I actually played the game, from what I've seen and from what the developers tweeted and everything. You've seen different parts of America that you'll go and play in, not just the one location. And you do start off in a different area, which is fair enough, but you can never return to that starting area to do anything, and it's a pretty big area to start off in too, so I think that's just a waste of room, because you don't really do anything there except for the tutorial. I do think when they bring out some DLC, the map might expand a bit, but I think it'll just be around this, expand around the same play area that we're playing in at the moment. And the map's a good size. I believe it's almost a 1-to-1 scale. It's from the left hand side of the map to the right hand side. I believe it's like 2.8 kilometers or something. I don't live in America, so I don't know if that's the exact width of that actual area in real life, but it does take around 8 or 9 minutes quicker speed to run across the map, which I think is a good sized map. But the problems that I have with the game is you have no controllability over your player, and you might be thinking, like, what do you mean from that? What I mean from that is you cannot crouch. You're always stuck in the same stance, so you can't crouch, you can't go prone or anything like that. Like, if you want to do any other movement, you've got to go into cover, and that just automatically locks you there, and it's not the best situation to be in sometimes. Sometimes there's some better things you would be able to do if you could go prone or crouch. And the movement does feel a little bit clunky at times and stuff like that. And the servers sometimes, most of the time the servers are great, and there's no lag at all, but there's a lot of times lately that there's been a lot of lag in the servers, and it's not just me, it's just been everyone that I've been playing with and everyone that I've spoke to about it. So I think they might need to do some updates in their servers or whatever. But other things I want to talk about is this game was really fun, but it's really difficult to get some good loot, like really, really bad. Like, I guess they do try. Like, you got the bosses at the end of the missions, which can possibly drop a high-end loot. I've only ever received 2 high-ends from missions though, and the Phoenix keys, they're a good idea, yeah, but no, at the same time. You do the daily missions, you get 15 credits for each hard mission, there's 2 of them, and then you get 20 for doing the challenging mission for the day, and plus 30 for completing the challenging mission, which is good. But things to buy with Phoenix credits are very expensive, so you've got to literally repeat the challenging missions over and over again. And I think they're making it so hard to get loot because they realise that there's no replay value in this game. Like, it's only been out for 12-13 days, I believe, and already it's kind of getting a bit boring, a bit over it, because you can't get anything better, and that's the fun in it. You want to get better stuff, but then when you think about it, it's kind of pointless really, because at the moment I'm repeating challenging missions over and over, and you do get a high-end reward at the end of the mission as well, but I'm getting the same thing every time. Like, it's always knee pads or gloves or something like that, and I'm just getting the same rewards over and over and over and over and over again, Like at one stage I had like 8 pairs of knee pads, like 6 pairs of gloves. Like, that's no good. I don't want the same thing over and over again. So I believe that's why they're making our loot so hard to get and things like the good loot, because they realise that there's no replay value, and then people would just stop playing. But as I was saying before, I really don't see the point in me grinding for this high-end gear anymore, because at the moment my stats are pretty decent, and even with 3 people doing a challenging mission, breeze through that 15-20 minutes. Like, so if I get even better loot then, like, it's just going to be even easier until the raids come out next month, and that's really what you're grinding to get the gear for, is the raids next month. And I think that you're going to get better rewards from that then. But until then, I don't really see the point in grinding for this gear anymore, because I got a whole month to get this gear, and it just makes no sense to me really. And there's another thing, like, you can repeat the missions, do them on challenging and that, and but there's only 16 missions total in this game, which for a game of this size and of this beauty in the map, you'd think there'd be a lot more to do than just 16 missions. There's a lot of side missions and that, and encounters, but once you complete all the encounters and get your wings up to 100%, there's really no point doing them encounters anymore. You don't get anything from it. There's no point getting XP because you're already be level 30 by then, and you get no credits for it. So, well, you do, but hardly any. So there's not much point doing that. You're better off just doing a hard or challenging mission. But then there's only 4 challenging missions, and you get 30 Phoenix credits for doing them challenging. And when it's daily, you get an extra 20, so you get 50 total. But there's only 4 of them, which I think's no sense. Like, I believe all the missions should have the option to be challenging, because that would make the game a lot more fun, because I'm literally doing the same 4 missions on challenging repetitively. Like, I do some of the missions like 10 times a night. Like, yeah, it's just not much fun really to me anymore. But anyway, let's start talking about the Dark Zone a little bit. And the Dark Zone is not much better than doing the missions. Like, it's a big area, you've got the different zones for different level bosses and things like that, and apparently you're meant to get the best loot. But one of the first things I want to talk about is people have always been saying since the games that came out that the rewards, the penalties for going rogue are too big and the rewards are not good enough and it's not worth going rogue. And I 100% agree with that. But in saying that I agree with that, I think it's a good thing that the penalties and the rewards are so bad. Because if you think about it, there's a lot of people that would have been level 30 for at least a week now, maybe even longer, and they're going to have a lot of really good loot and gear and stuff and just melt everyone. Not just NPCs, but if someone just hit level 30 in one, like that day or something, or just a few days ago and decided, oh, I'm going to go in the Dark Zone, try grind for some better loot, they're going to get destroyed. If there was no penalties, if the penalty for going rogue wasn't as big, people would just be killing everyone, and these people that just hit level 30 and stuff would just get melted as soon as they went into the Dark Zone, and then that wouldn't be fun at all for them. So they're going to stop going into the Dark Zone, and then because campaign or outside of the Dark Zone is so repetitive as well, they're not going to really play that, and the game will be not fun at all for them, and they'll stop playing, and then the developers won't make as much money and things like that. They won't get as many sales on their game. But another thing I want to talk about is the bosses in the Dark Zone. I really don't know why they decreased the amount of Phoenix credits you get from the boss, because when the game came out you used to get, I think it was 5 to 10 or something like that, Phoenix credits. I don't know, I wasn't level 30 at the time before they patched it. But now you only get 1 to 4 Phoenix credits, I believe. So it takes a long time to get Phoenix credits in the Dark Zone, and people are saying all these things like these certain routes, if you do the rotation every 1 or 2 rotations is pretty much guaranteed you a high end. I've heard a lot of people saying that on YouTube, and also people have been saying that it's a 1 in 10 chance to get a high end drop in the Dark Zone. I can tell you for a fact that this is not true, and I just believe these people are trying to get clout and get views. I'm not sure what the plan is here. Maybe they just got really lucky lately, but I don't see how they could say these type of things when they're high level in the Dark Zone. Surely they haven't got 1 in 10 drops every time. Because I'm level 39 or level 40 in the Dark Zone, and I play in the Dark Zone with the same 3 people pretty much every time. Sometimes I play by myself, and sometimes I play with a few other people, but very rarely. So I'm level 40, and I think I've received 2 high-end drops in the Dark Zone from the bosses. I got another friend that's level 50 in the Dark Zone, and he's received 3 high-end drops. And 2 of the other guys I play with, it's Giddy. His link to his channel will be in the description. He's level 43 or something. He's received 1 high-end drop. And the last guy, he's level 40 or something as well, and he's received 2. And the one that's received 2 in level 40, the last one I just mentioned, he's got 178% scavenging, and I've got 138% scavenging. So you can't say it's because of the scavenging. I honestly think this scavenging perk doesn't do much at all. Maybe it reduces the amount of greens you get, or increases the amount of drops you get. Maybe you get more purples and stuff like that, but I really don't see the point in scavenging really at all. Like, and the best decision is to go to DZ5 and DZ6, because there's a lot more bosses there and they spawn back a lot quicker. They're a higher level, but I think that they give you a higher drop of getting a high end, and they're level 32, so anything from DZ4 up, I believe, is the only place worth getting high end drops, because below that your drops will be only a item level 30 instead of an item level 31. But another thing in the Dark Zone, they got these crates everywhere to open, right? Your level 10 crates, pointless, and that's understandable, because you only got to be level 10, but you get blues every time out of that. Well, the people I've been with and when I've opened them, that's all we've got on them, and that's understandable because you only got to be level 10. It doesn't take long to get there. But one thing that doesn't make sense is the level 30 crates. They're the massive crates. I've only received blues from them as well, which doesn't make sense. I should be getting at least purples from them with the size of the crate and the level you have to be. But, and the Phoenix key crates, I've always got purples out of them, so maybe there's a possibility of getting a high end out of them, but personally, I don't even bother opening any of the level crates anymore, because there's just no point. And the Phoenix crate cases, I very rarely open them, because I don't see much point in opening them either, just to get purples, and I can kill bosses for purples. I might start opening them a bit more just to see if I can get a high end and let you guys know on that, but I highly doubt it from that. Well, that's gonna do it for the video, guys. I might make another one of these videos, because I still do have a lot to talk about this game, a bit more ranting to do, but this is starting to get a bit long now. So if you want to see another one of these videos, smash that like button, and let's see if we can get 20 likes on this video. Alright, thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed.